Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to BB's Customs, and today I can finally get on with trying to take this off. Right, so I don't know about the rest of you and where you guys all live, but for the last few weeks we've had some serious rain around here, which has caused a lot of flooding problems. So it took an extra 6-7 days to get this thing to turn up because it was stuck by the flooding. But now it's here. I mean, it looks a bit like a torture device, to be honest, but we're going to give it a go, see how it works. Basically, it's got this large loop of steel here. It's got riveted inside sort of, I don't know, I guess it's a kind of rubber to grip the outside of here, and then we've got this adjustable clamp which you just do up to hold on to the flywheel. Now I've not tried this yet, so this is the first time for me as well as for you seeing this and how well it works. But we're going to put this on, yeah, and see if we can get this nut out. Fingers crossed it'll work. Okay, so we've got it on. It's on there reasonably tight. I don't really want to use any tools to crank this on any further. What I have done is I've just put a little piece of cardboard in here to try and protect the outside of the flywheel from the grips inside the clamp. Hopefully it should still hold it hard enough, or firm enough even. So we'll give it a go. I probably won't be successful with a little ratchet, but we'll see how it goes. Nope, slipped on there. We need to get this tighter. Let's take that out of there. And let's put that there. There we go. Wow, that was tight. Awesome. One nut, or one bolt even. Right, let's get this off. Okay, so this is a tool I've bought for getting the flywheel off. It's basically a threaded bar with a narrow bit at the top and some handles to bang with a mallet to pop it off the taper. Unfortunately, because I'm an idiot, I've bought the wrong size, so it doesn't fit in the hole. This in here is a metric M16 fine thread, and that is probably closer to an M20, so it's not even just a little bit out, it's massively out, which means that now I need to go online and get another one of these. So hopefully in a few days that'll turn up and I can get this off and actually post this video in time for you to see it, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, we're back. It's been a couple of days. I found the right tool online. I looked at how long it was going to take to get to me, and to be honest, it was going to be ridiculous. It had to come from some far off distant land, and it wouldn't get to me until the middle of December. So I've had one made. So this is just a bit of steel with an M16 by 1.5mm pitch thread on there. I've got a cone on the end so that when it hits the inside of the bore, it's minimum contact, so it should just pop the flywheel off. And then it's got a 16mm nut on the end so that a socket will fit in there. So we're going to put this back on to hold the flywheel, screw that into there, and then use a bar of some sort to crack that off and try and get this wheel off. Well, that's the plan anyway. So let's put that back on here. Do that up nice and tight, like so, and then we'll have that and a 16mm socket, 13.15 16. Wrong. 16mm socket on there. But that's not the size I want, so I want big ones, which is that one. That on there. That on there. Okay, let's see how it goes. That was nice and easy. Okay. One flywheel. One drive sprocket and one splitter plate. Let's put that in the same order it comes off of. Okay, so first thing, let's get it, you can see me. So first thing I need to do is just clean these up a bit, get the old gasket off. In fact, that looks like it may just come off in one piece anyway, which would be really helpful, because then I can just whack the new one on and I've done with it. But yeah, we'll get all that off. Clean this, new gasket, put it all back together again, get some oil in it, and then it's hook up all the electrics again. Hook up the electrics and then exhaust, press the button, see what happens. Fingers crossed. Okay, so we've got the plate back on, we've got the gasket ready to go. Now, when we put these back together, inside here you got some one-way sprung drive bushes, and that is what enables this to spin one way in here. That's your starter clutch. So to get that in, you line them up. Oh, let me just put you into focus properly. There we go. You line them up like that, and literally as you turn it, it just sits in. So it'll turn nice and freely this way, but if you try and turn it the other way, it totally locks up, which is how your starter motor can turn your flywheel to start the engine, but then once it's running, it just sits there spinning like that. So let's get this onto here. We've got the drives, we've got focus. This little lump here, this is the drive dog, which is what stops the flywheel spinning on the shaft. So when we put that in, we just got to make sure we line that up, which is around here somewhere, like that. So push that home. Okay. We're then going to put this back on, like that. Clamp that back up, and wherever I put it, where did it go? I'll put it in my toolbox. No, that's not good. We're going to put, let's get a better view on there, we're going to put this back in. Make sure you've still got your washer on here. So that's just going to go into here. Now we need to do this up to a set torque, and that for this particular bike is 60 Newton meters. So I've got my torque wrench. What size was that? It was that size, so it's a 14mm bolt. Put that in there. And just do it up till you hear the click. Just there. And there we go. Okay, so that's all the engine work done. Gear shifter's back on, gaskets are in, all the covers are back. This is the power lead for the starter motor. So this needs to come up and go somewhere. This comes up and joins onto a solenoid up here. So next thing to do is to put the carb in, get the fuel line sorted, then do the electrics, and we're nearly there. Right, so we've got the carb. I'm going to feed that in through here onto there, and then do the nuts up. Okay, so I've got the battery hooked back up, I've done the electrics, and now we're going to turn the key and see if I've got any power, which I have. That is great. So hopefully if I press this, it won't start because there's no tank, there's no fuel, but fingers crossed. Oh, that is very promising. Right, let's get some fuel in, get the exhaust on and see if it starts. Right, so the exhaust I'm going to be using are the header pipes off of the main exhaust I took off of it. So I'm just going to bolt these on and hope for the best. It's only to stop it setting fire to stuff, so it should be alright. Got some new copper rings to put in. Now I'm not going to clamp these right up because this is going to be coming back off again. So I don't want to knacker these and have to buy some new ones. Okay, so we're just about to start it up. I've hooked the fuel back up. Let's turn the fuel on. So that is now letting the fuel down into the bowl of the carb, just in there. I've put oil in it. I've hooked the throttle system back up. So now, when I crank it, we're going to start pumping fuel around, and hopefully we should see some life. It's going to be a bit loud because we're now running straight through twin pipes on it instead of going into a muffler, so it's going to have a bit of a bark to it if it starts. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Okay, what's going on there? Oh dear, so no success. Definitely a fueling problem. I'm going to leave the battery on charge overnight, and then I'll have to start troubleshooting as to why it's not starting. So I'll check the spark plugs, I'll make sure that all the wiring is connected up. Yeah, fingers crossed it's going to be something simple. These things normally are, but we'll have a go. But anyway, I'm going to call that a night for tonight. We'll let the battery get some more juice in it, and I shall have a go at this later on. I hope you found it informative, particularly this sort of thing. Not many people actually take all of this off in here. Yeah, next time hopefully I'll have a bit more of an idea as to why this isn't starting. We'll get it going. I'm actually quite keen to hear what it sounds like with these little exhausts on it. And yeah, we'll move forwards from there. Thanks very much for your continued support, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Okay, so I lied about finishing what I said last time. I suddenly had I turned the camera off and I had a sudden brainwave, and I found I'd done something really stupid, and I think you guys are going to find this quite funny. I know I found it funny, as well as absolutely off the wall idiotic, but I know why the bike wasn't starting. This humble little switch here, don't know if you can read what that says on there. Let's have a quick look. Focus, come on. Okay. Look where it's pointing. Pointing to off. Lo and behold, no running engine. Let's put that to run, shall we? And then turn the ignition on. Lights. And here we go. First start. Now that's a start. It was only burning up the fuel in the carb because obviously there's no tank on there. I'm going to put the tank on, I'm going to see what it revs like, and then I'm going to call it a night. So watch this space. 2 seconds. Okay, the tank's on, the fuel's on, the choke is out. Let's have some fun. Now that is a bit of a success. That's made my evening. That's the best part of today. I'm so happy with that. She runs, and not that bad considering I've not done the jet or anything. I'm really pleased with that. Those exhausts are a little bit too loud. Awesome, but a little bit too loud. So I'm gonna have to tone those down a bit. But that's what the silencers were for. But no, I am over the moon with that. I'm happy. Now I'm going to stop for the night. I hope you're pleased to hear it running. Next time, I don't even know what I'm going to do next time. Put something in the suggestion box. What do you want me to have a look at next? And I shall do that. Thanks for your time. Before I go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.